Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then don't forget to subscribe down below, and without much further ado, let's get on with the video. Today I wanted to do a new segment playlist thing on my channel where I give my thoughts and opinions on a specific topic. So I thought, what better way to start off this new segment thing on my channel than with the idea of escapism. For those of you that don't know what escapism is, it says it in a fancy way just here, but basically it's the idea of wanting to escape your own life, the reality that we live in right now, and go into a fantasy world brought on from just a made-up world that allows us to escape from the life we live in, basically. The reason why I wanted to talk about escapism today was because it's actually been playing such a huge part in my life recently, considering I do YouTube and I've been on my summer holiday, so I haven't really been seeing reality as such because I'm just watching TV and media and getting sucked into this reality that isn't real because it's all fictional and not real. Now, everyone watching this has almost definitely been escaping from something once in their life. If that was via a book that you were reading that you escaped into and you were thinking all the thoughts of that book, you're still escaping into that book. Or if you're binge watching on Netflix, you've escaped into that reality of the TV show you're watching or the film you're watching. You've escaped into that. You're not in the now, in the reality that you are in right now. For me, the escaping has been via YouTube because I'm escaping from the reality that is the big wide world and sitting down and recording these videos and going into my YouTube persona. Now, not to say that my YouTube persona isn't my actual persona in real life, because it is, it's just different slightly, because I can't portray my YouTube persona to the real world because they'll think I'm utterly insane because I've been acting so differently in the real world. I don't know if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Let me rephrase that. Basically, there are two versions of me. You have the real world me that my friends have known all my life, my family have known all my life, and then you have my YouTube me, which is how I want to be perceived. I want to be seen as the YouTube me. Now, I'm very similar, but there are differences in how I act, how I speak. If any of you do YouTube, you know that there is a YouTube voice that you start off with, and gradually it gets better and better into your normal voice, but you still have this kind of acting voice. And I've escaped from my real world and the real voices to this voice and this persona. Also, I've been escaping reality by binge watching True Blood, okay? Now, I know this came out years and years and years ago, and it finished in 2014, 2015, I'm not sure which. But I really liked Alexander Skarsgård in The Legend of Tarzan, and I was like, right, I'm gonna watch what he's in. And then I saw clips from True Blood, and I was like, I really want to watch this. And I literally have spent the past week binge watching this show like there's no tomorrow. I've started thinking in the accents that they speak in. I have escaped into that reality. Everything that I think usually goes back to that reality that is in that show. Now, I know that that show is not real and it's over, which is very sad considering I'm late to the party, but it's just an example of escaping. Like, people do it with Supernatural, people do it with Sherlock, people do it with whatever TV show you're watching. You've escaped into that at one point. For that hour or so, you've escaped from your reality into the reality of the show. I still don't know where I'm going with this. What am I trying to say? Oh, my thoughts and opinions on it. I'm being in school, I don't want to think about school, so I go and escape into TV shows. That's how I feel comfortable, that's how I want to relax. I watch TV shows, I escape into the world, I start thinking, how do people make these TV shows? I want to be in these TV shows, and I start to want to create my own realities to put forward to you guys and to the world that we live in. Now, leading on from this, the idea of escapism amazes me, and I think the best way to like literally portray escapism is with the idea of movie sets. A movie set, well, the ones I've been to anyway, are usually run down on the outside, that they're rusty, they're falling apart, like they look like they could crumble instantaneously. For instance, I went to Ealing Studios for an open day for a university that I cannot afford, but I went there for an open day and they had filmed Beauty and the Beast there, the new upcoming live action film. Now, we saw the stage that they'd filmed it in, and on the outside it was decaying, it was old, it looked like it was going to fall apart. But then to think that they have escaped our reality of this falling apart building, and they have created castles and ballrooms and taverns and everything like that inside of a rundown building, that is like the perfect imagery of escapism. And that is kind of why I want to go into the film industry, because you can be anything you put your mind to. I would love to be a director because I'd love to make these realities and make something that then other people can escape into and use as their relaxing or their inspiration or something like that. But at the same time, I really want to act and be an actor on these sets and allow myself to be the person escaping into these realities and being allowed to play a part in those realities, because the idea is just amazing. I don't know if you guys like these kind of videos, because obviously this is the first one and it was very rambly and very confusing and didn't really make any sense, but I just wanted to say an opinion of sorts on it and just get my thoughts out there. I don't know if I conveyed them well, but hopefully it makes it something. But if you enjoyed this video, then do not forget to subscribe down below. Also give this video a thumbs up if you like what I do here, and also can you comment one of two things or both? The first thing being, if you liked this video, then what do you guys want me to talk about next? Anything that you want me to talk about, basically, just ask me a question, because I like getting my thoughts out there, because that's what YouTube allows me to do, get my opinion out there. And also the second thing that I want you guys to comment is, why do you guys come to my channel? Like, what is it, like what videos do you guys like the most on my channel? Because I don't know what you guys like to watch. Like, I know what I like to make, but you guys are here as well. I'm not the only person here, so is there anything specific that you guys like? But yeah, comment what you guys want me to talk about in these segments, and also what you guys like on my channel. What videos do you come here to watch, etc. But until next time, bye! It's metal, but it's squishy.